my friends on the dais, Mr. Niranjan Mishra, Mr. Saktidhar Singh, Mr. Uttam Kumar Nayak, Mr. Bibhuti Bhushan Nayak, Dr. V. Murali, Mr. H. Padmanabhan, Mr. Rakesh Bhalla, Mukesh Chaubeji, and friends sitting off the dais, participants of this wonderful two-day seminar coming from different parts of the country. I greet you all with a lot of warmth, lot of affection, because you have come to my constituency, my Bhubaneswar. I thank Institute of Cost Accountants of India, Tax Research Department, and Bhubaneswar chapter for having hosted this year's two-day seminar in the beautiful temple city of Bhubaneswar. I'm honored, I'm delighted, and I'm extremely glad to see each one of you, and I'm sure you must be enjoying your stay here. This is a lovely place with lovely people around. My dear friends, whenever I go to any function, so to say, I go with a lot of homework done, right? So I know about your institute. I know very well. And let me honestly tell you, I did not have to do much of homework because my association with you has been quite old. I was the Joint Secretary handling the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Program with the Ministry of Rural Development in Government of India for 5 years, 2013 to 2018. And at that point of time, I was extremely glad when your institute representatives had come to me and we had kind of, roadmap done as to how to handle the finances of 2.5 lakh gram panchayats of the country under Manrega. The proof of pudding is in eating. It doesn't come through listening to you or reading about you. The kind of project proposal that had been given and the kind of work that we started thereafter have given me enough reasons to believe in you, to trust you, and to say today that this is the institution. You came up in 1959 by an act of parliament. You are an autonomous body, 60 years gone, and you are still healthy and sound. Why are you called Institute of Cost Accountants of India? You should be Institute of Cost and Management Accountants of India. This is the first question I fail to understand. The second question which I fail to understand is why you have not been involved with income tax audit. Let's hit the nail in the head. Just because there is a problem in the definition of cost accountant. Cost accountant is equal to accountant. This is what we have to do, and then the battle is done. Battle is won. I think these are the two issues that are with us now, and there are certain other issues which Mr. Bhalla in his presentation has spoken about. I would request the esteemed friends on the dais and some of you off the dais to make a detailed presentation in the month of January. And I assure you, my dear friends, that I'll take all these issues forward and we will see that the Ministry of Finance takes up these issues and shows us the light of the day. Let me honestly tell you, my very senior colleagues in the Parliament, Madam Sitharaman and Shri Anurag Thakurji, they are extremely competent, extremely good, extremely positive. That's the whole issue, whether a person in the chair is positive or not. I'm sure both of them are very positive. All of us are positive. In the atmosphere of positivity, let's take these things forward. And I'm confident I would be walking with you, never in front of you, always behind you. And we would take these issues forward. My dear friends, Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji has been talking about $5 trillion economy by 2024. We are all echoing his voice. And we know that it would happen. Whatever is happening today, everybody is talking about the economic slowdown and all that. This is the wheel of progress. This will pass. This too shall pass. We are having all kinds of reforms in place. All kinds of actions are being taken in this regard. I was listening to the Honorable Prime Minister's speech, which he delivered day before yesterday in the ASSOCHAM in Delhi. Just listen to that speech. Listen to that speech. Many of the clouds that are there in our minds will go. In fact, we are on very firm track, and we would be going forward. We are going forward. We would be achieving the $5 trillion economy. There is absolutely no reason why would not. We are putting things in place. Now, my dear friends, I'm extremely happy that this particular seminar has been organized. I'm told this is done every year, and this time it has been done in Bhubaneswar. Probably this is the third time this has been done in Bhubaneswar. And about more than 500 delegates had come, all sponsored. I'm extremely delighted with the kind of interest that everybody has shown in participation. I was seeing the topics that have arisen yesterday and today, 6 topics, 6 very relevant topics for the country. We have to work for the economy of the country. We are working in a phase of globalization where the barriers are down. We are working in a phase of liberalization and privatization, and we have to be the best of the best. The competition is intense everywhere. We have to be the best. There is no reason why we would not be the best. And that is why knowledge upgradation is required. Updation is required. I'm delighted that all the relevant topics were deliberated upon, and I'm sure a set of recommendations must have emerged. Must have emerged. And I would request Mr. Mishra, Mr. Bhalla, and others from the dais to bring all those recommendations to me when we sit in the month of January during the course of presentation. We would like to go through all the recommendations that have come. My dear friends, we have to empower our members. You know, there is absolutely no substitute for skill upgradation and knowledge enhancement. There is absolutely no substitute. We have to read. We have to go through the rigor. We have to understand our job. We have to remain updated in this era of dynamic progress. I will call it dynamism. I will call it quick progress. Nobody waits for anybody. Things are happening on minute-to-minute basis, and we have to remain updated. I'm extremely delighted the kind of work that your institute has done. You are providing certificate course in GST, which is so very relevant for the country. You are hand-holding everybody as far as tax filing is concerned. We are also talking of e-invoicing, which would be coming very soon. So many things are happening, and you are doing so many things. There are a couple of hiccups. There are a couple of hurdles. There are a couple of problems which I'm sure we would be surmounting together in the days to come. The other day, somebody was asking me, New Year is coming, 1st January, very soon. What is your resolution? They were asking me. Some school girls had come. Honestly, let me tell you, some Delhi school girls had come. I just came from Delhi. I was in Delhi for a couple of days. So some Delhi school girls had come to me and they asked me, what's your resolution, madam, in the new year? I knew my resolution, and I told the children, and I hope I stick to the resolution. The resolution is, I need to read for 3 to 4 hours every day. In those 24 hours, I have to find time. Whether the person is a parliamentarian, whether the person is a teacher, whether the person is a doctor or an engineer, or so to say a cost and management accountant, the person must read and know the job at hand. Complete grip over the subject, complete understanding, and moving forward. We are in India, and that is why, this is the reason we cannot be second to none. We just can't be. We have to be the best. I had gone to a particular office in Government of India a couple of days back to meet one of the honorable ministers. And I was delighted to see one particular line just before his office on the wall. And I came down, I wrote in my diary. The line said, "Perfection is our goal, but excellence will be tolerated." Excellence is fine, but ultimately we have to aspire to be perfect. I think the cost and management accountants, 7,500 practicing and 1 lakh members of this esteemed institution, would keep themselves updated. Knowledge has no limits, and we have to keep enhancing our knowledge every moment. Every day things are changing. My dear friends, while I was coming, I'm coming directly from the airport to you. While I was coming, I was delighted by one of the lines that was written in your brochure. I'm sure you must have read the brochure. The line below, it says, "Behind every successful business decision, there is a CMA." Friends, this says all. I loved it. I really loved it. And I compliment all those who actually did it. Successful business decision, there is a CMA. This kind of confidence is required. This kind of positivity is required. This kind of aspiration is required. There are a couple of sectors. I think of Odisha. I have worked here for 25 years in various capacities. And I thank this state government here. They had given me the best of postings. In all spheres, you ask me, you name the sphere and I have worked there. I'm thankful to the state government. Imagine your services are required in education sector, in power sector, in infrastructure, in cooperation. In all sectors you are required, in health sector you are required. I wish the present Odisha government gets you in. It's very important. Everywhere you need to be there, but for that matter, you have to render wonderful service. And that's why I really quoted whatever I read there. Perfection is our goal, but excellence will be tolerated. We have to try to attain perfection in the job that we do. Wonderful topic. Conducive tax laws, challenges and opportunities. I compliment the organizers for another thing. You know, a particular word changes the world, changes our approach, changes our attitude. It is conducive tax laws, challenges and opportunities. It is not saying problems and opportunities. We are talking of challenges and opportunities. Let us equate problems with challenges. Problems is equal to challenges. They are challenges. I'm sure challenges will be overcome in the days to come. I thank each one of you. I congratulate the Bhubaneswar chapter. 22nd time the best chapter award. I'm delighted. A big clap for all of them here, Mr. Niranjan Mishra and the team. They deserve a big clap. 22nd time the best chapter award. Amazing, amazing performance. And it takes a lot of guts, a lot of courage to hold a national conference of this nature, of this texture. So I compliment the Bhubaneswar chapter. I compliment the Tax Research Department, Institute of Cost Accounts of India. I'm very much with them. I want to convey to each one of you here, each one of you off the dais and on the dais, that I, as Member of Parliament, I'm very much with you. Whatever I can do with the Ministry of Finance, I'm sure it will be done, but my only problem is, there are certain problems in everybody's personality. I have one problem. The only problem is that I have to understand the subject well. If I don't understand, and if I am not convinced, I can't bat your case. So my request once again is, before I conclude, please come, we will discuss, let me understand, and we will take it forward together. We'll go and get things done. I am indeed a part of your family, and I'm delighted and I'm honored to be part of your family. wonderful 2 lines of the Bible. Lord, I do not want to see the distant scene. One step is enough for me. Conducting this seminar was a great effort done by the Institute of Cost Accountants of India. I compliment each one of you. I compliment the members of the Bhubaneswar chapter, and we are all together. We will reach the sky. Sky is the limit. Thank you so much.